Hi, how are you guys doing today? So today we're going to talk about the type of dreams that you might have, and then also about what repetitive dreams might mean. Because a lot of people have repetitive dreams. Real quick, I'm going to add something. So I'm adding the links of my Facebook group and to my dream course that I have on my website to sign up. So go on there if you want. So my dream course is teaching you everything I know about dreams and how to interpret them, and why you would want to interpret your dreams too. So click on those links if you want to join my group and if you want to join my class. I have a class starting on July, 2 weeks from now. No, 1 week from now. Sorry. Time is funny. So, okay. So, the type of dreams, the most common that we experience most often are the dreams that are about us. So everything in the dream is about you and your state of awareness from the day or 2 days before. So even people that show up in your dreams, that means they are aspects of yourself. So even if it's somebody that you know, they represents in your dream, they represent something that you have. And the kinds of people that are in it, so that makes a difference. So like somebody that is the opposite gender of you in your dream represents a subconscious quality or aspect of yourself. And then there are other things about people that are important. And all of that's covered in my dream class. And then another type of dream is lucid dreaming. So lucid dreaming would be the next step to take in diving deeper in dreams. So lucid dreaming is just basically becoming aware that you're dreaming, and then that's the first step. And then the next part of that is you can start to interact in your dream and control your dreams. So you can you can just simply watch the story play out, or you can be a part of it and change things. And so that is fun. I've played around with lucid dreaming. There's techniques to invoke lucid dreaming. I don't actually practice that. It just happens. Lucid dreaming just happens naturally to me. Another type of dream are visitation dreams. So I mentioned this in last week's live about a dream that I interpreted for somebody. So visitation dreams are dreams that somebody comes in your dream that has passed in real life. And so they come through the dream state to, they can, there would be many reasons why they would come in your dreams. So they could just give you comfort. They could just give you guidance or messages, anything like that. So the difference between a visitation dream and somebody that is showing up in your dream that would represent something about you, like I said in last week, was it just feels different. So they can either say nothing, or they would say something and it's a very profound message to hear. The next kind of dream that you might have are nightmares. So nightmares are similar to having repetitive dreams, but nightmares, obviously you wake up scared. And so usually nightmares are really horrific things that are happening in your dream state. And nightmares happen when you are not aware, or you are refusing to learn a lesson in real life, and your subconscious mind is trying to get your attention. And so the nightmare is one of the last steps that the subconscious mind takes to get your attention. It's a really important message that your subconscious wants you to learn, It's something that is very important. So there's one, and then another type of dream. I have my list over here. That's why I keep looking over here. Is a premonition dream. So this can happen sometimes in dreams. It's happened to me a little bit. It can be as subtle as like what's gonna happen in your waking life in the future, or it could be as intense as something that's gonna happen on a more grand scale. So this doesn't happen too often, but it's another possibility of what can happen in the dream state. So the next one is astral projection, or just astral traveling. There's a difference between the two. Astral projection. So if you ever had a dream where it felt like you were flying, there are dreams where you do fly. However, the difference between just a regular flying dream and an astral projection dream is a very, very noticeable part about it for me is when it's a flying dreams, I'm actually flapping, you can't see my hands, flapping my arms in the dream. In astral projection, you're not using your arms to get up in the air. You're just floating, it looks like, and it feels effortless to fly. Whereas in my dreams, personally, when I'm actually flying, it feels like it takes a lot of effort to get in the air. So I remember when I was a kid, it didn't feel like astral projection back then because I didn't know anything about dreams like I know now. But when I was a kid, I had these dreams a lot where I was flying. I started off in my yard, and I lived in the country where my parents currently live still, and I would go across the street, and there was a creek in the land in front of our land. And so I would go into where the creek was, and I was, flying, and then I would just go beyond the creek, and I would just keep going. There were like fields and farmland, and I remember visiting like this acreage where it was a farmland, and then there was a farmhouse, and there were people on the ground, and I think a few times I would wave at them, but they didn't see me. They didn't know I was there. And then later on, now that I know what dreams are, I think back to what those dreams are, and I'm like, pretty sure it was just not a flying dream. I was actually astral projecting, because I wasn't flapping my arms. I was just floating. Some people in astral projection, when they're sleeping, they can actually see there's a cord coming from you. It's a silver cord. I believe it's silver. There's actually a cord that connects your astral body to your physical body. Some people actually can see that. I don't ever remember seeing that cord when I did this as a kid. I don't really astral project now as an adult. I don't remember I don't have any recollection of doing it now. I do astral travel when I'm sleeping. That is one thing that I do a lot of within the last, maybe it's been a year. I'm not really sure. Another thing that can happen, and this is when I feel like you're more comfortable in your dream state, you're more aware, you start to lucid dream, and you've become more acquainted with the dream state. So one thing that you can do is view other alternate realities. You can see other dimensions. So I wrote this down on my list because I actually have experience with this. And I know it's not just a fun dream that I'm having because it just feels really different. It's really hard to explain in words. It just is different. And there have been other dreams where I see there was one dream in particular. I was in space, and I saw like this wormhole open, and I went through it, and it was when I woke up, I was like, whoa, that's really awesome. So I truly believe that there's a lot you can do in the dream state other than just have dreams. So those are all of the types of dreams you can have, or some of them obviously are not actually dreams, but these are when you're in the dream state, when your body is sleeping, when your conscious mind is turned off, and then when your subconscious mind is awake. So the last thing I want to talk about is repetitive dreams. Repetitive dreams are dreams that are messages that your subconscious mind wants you to know, or something that you're struggling with that you haven't quite overcome, or it could be a message that's good, but you just aren't really aware of it, that your subconscious mind wants you to know about. For me in particular, these are things, the repetitive dreams that I have are dreams that I'm like, that I haven't quite overcome. They're obstacles or limitations that I haven't quite overcome. So, for example, you can have dreams that I remember when I was younger, especially when I was in school, I would have dreams where I would be in school again. So a lot of people, they have dreams when they're in school being naked. These are the dreams that they have, which means so school represents a place of learning, and then nudity in a dream represents honesty, or being open and honest with yourself. So if you put the two symbols together, it's a place of learning where you're being honest. So that's a repetitive dream that a lot of people have. Another type of dream that you can have frequently is when your teeth fall out. So I used to have this dream a lot where my teeth would just like crumble and shatter and fall out. And I remember feeling in the dream like just horrified and like just freaking out about how I'm gonna fix this. And that means that you feel out of control in your life. There's something in your life that you feel out of control about. And then another dream that I have that I used to have quite a bit, but it stopped. They stopped, and then just recently it popped up again. Where and then every once in a while, I think this dream will come up again. But and it's very important for me. So I have this dream where I have like sharp objects in my mouth, either in my tongue or like in my gums or in my throat, the back of my throat, and I'm constantly pulling them out, and it seems like there's an infinite amount of these sharp objects. So like needles, or the other night I had a dream that there was like glass shards in my mouth. It's like so ridiculously disgusting and shocking, but in the dream I didn't really feel pain, but it was a struggle getting them out. And so that just means, so like anything mouth-wise in a dream represents communication, or your throat. So anything mouth or throat represents communication. And the fact that like these needles were stuck, you can imagine like if it happened in real life, that'd be very painful. So it represents like just a struggle with communication. So or the need to express yourself. So the reason why I have this dream frequently is because I have predominantly throughout my life have struggled with being able to express myself. So my dream is telling me that I need to step in my own empowerment, step in my truth, and express that, and express it with compassion and with confidence. So the fact that comes up a lot is very important. So I am supposed to be communicating and expressing freely for myself. So It's been a struggle of mine my whole life, but I'm, you know, as I'm doing these videos and following my soul's calling, I'm stepping more into expressing and communicating and getting the things I need to say out. So, yeah, those are just a few dreams that would come up quite a bit. There are other dreams that people may experience. So if you have a repetitive dream that you have, or if you have any other experiences with different kinds of dreams, so if you've had a lucid dream, if you've astral projected before, or if you've had nightmares or dreams that that foretold the future, I would love to hear about your experiences. So give me a comment on this video or send me a private message and we can have some fun talking about dreams and all the cool stuff you can do in them. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up, and I want to thank you, everybody who has popped on and watched, and anybody who watches the replay. I thank you so much for your support. And if you want, if you like what I have put out here, and you like this Wednesday series that I'm doing, and if you feel really called to, you can donate if you want. No pressure at all. I just want to put that out there. And so I accept donations on Venmo right now, and so I'm gonna put my Venmo in the comments, or I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, so I'm gonna put this in the description too. So anyway, I hope you all have a fabulous Wednesday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.